So dear students, today we are going to see the recap of steps for Java programming. Then again I will explain what are the basic features of Java. That's why it is very popular and widely used programming language. And then we will directly go to the actual program, steps for Java programming, and then we will see the first Java program today. So watch till the end. Now I'm going to share the screen. I hope it is visible to all of you. The sequence of Java programming to learn it. So last time already I have explained in other lecture. So first thing you have to learn is C programming because it is very easy, powerful, first language to learn, and it is procedure oriented. Now procedure oriented is a limitation of C programming. Okay, then we have to move towards C++ programming, in which we are going to learn object-oriented programming features. C++ is object-oriented, but object-oriented programming is not compulsory in C++. Now, what are the limitations of C++? There is also no GUI components. It is a DOS-based programming language. And now, we are going to learn Java. So, it's the third step. First, you have to learn C++, and then move towards Java. Because Java is pure object-oriented, and before using Java, you should aware about what is object-oriented programming. So even if you are not learning C, it's acceptable, but at least you have to start from C++. So what are the features of Java? It's a pure object-oriented, it is very powerful, it supports network GUI, and it's a modern and secured language. So let us see the basic features of Java programming. What are the basic features? The first and most important feature of Java programming is it is platform independent. It works on all platforms, and it is free of cost available. It is the most stable programming language. It is pure object-oriented programming language. It gives strong support for networking. It also supports web programming. Then it's a very powerful programming language. At the same time, it is most secured programming language in the world. It supports GUI. A lot of GUI components are ready-made available. You can place them and you can use them as and when required. So let's move towards steps for Java programming. What are the steps of Java programming? Without wasting time, let's move towards step-by-step approach to type the program. So steps for Java programming. Step number 1, type the program in any available editor. Type the program in any available editor. So you can use Notepad, you can use WordPad, you can use DOS-based editor. Anywhere you can type, you can use it as an editor. It is not necessary to install any special editor for Java programming. Okay, you can start with Notepad, no problem. Now step number 2 is very important. After typing the program, you have to save the program with .java extension. Now, we have to follow all the rules of Java while typing the program. Now, these rules we will discuss in a separate lecture. Rules for Java programming, like it is case-sensitive programming, it is pure object-oriented, the class name and file name must same. Now, these are the rules that we will discuss separately. Now, step number 2 is, after typing the program, save the program with .java extension. Now, here one more care you have to take. The file name you are going to use and the public class in your program must be same. So, whatever name of public class in your program must be in the title of file. Okay. So, if your class name is test, T capital, now your file name should be test.java. So this is very important step. Save the program with file name similar to public class, and it should have .java extension. Okay. Step number 3. Now, if you have not installed Java, then you need to set the path before using any command from JDK. If you have installed Java, then path setting is not required. That's why I'm saying it is optional, or it is if required. If you have not installed JDK, you have just copied some files of JDK on your system, then you need to set the path. If you have installed Java, then you don't need to set the path. Okay, how to set the path we will discuss at the time of actual programming. Now step number 4, compile program with Java C application. Now your JDK folder contains one application in bin folder, that is Java C. Now it stands for Java compiler. Java C stands for Java compiler. So once your file is ready, you can compile that file by using Java C application. If there are any syntactical errors in your program, then it will display the list of errors in a program. Now you have to rectify each error so that there should not be any error, and then your program will get compiled successfully. After successful compilation of the program, you will get a new file with .class extension. After successful, now this is very important. After successful compilation, it will generate .class file. Now what is the .class file? It is intermediate code. Now this is understood only by JVM. So already we have discussed, we cannot run Java program directly on operating system. We need something like JVM, which stands for Java Virtual Machine. It is another software that we have to install on operating system, and then JVM will execute your program. So once you are compiling your program successfully, it will create a .class file. Now this .class file is known as intermediate code, or it is also known as a bytecode. Now why it is a bytecode? Because it is a binary file, and that's why it is called as bytecode. Now once you are getting a bytecode, you can run this bytecode by using Java application. So this is step number 5, run program by using Java application. Now again, Java is another application available in your bin directory of JDK, and you have to run the program. So I will show these 5 steps in demonstration as it is. But before the demonstration, first try to understand the first Java program. I hope all of you have understood exactly steps for Java programming, and you can give me the suggestions or feedback about the same, so that I will give you the required input.